There has been a significant drop in Chicago's homicide rate. The number of people murdered in the city last year was at its lowest level since 1965. And Chicago police believe they know what is helping to drive down violent crime in our city.
And ABC 7's Paul Mikey joins us with more on that. Paul?
Sylvia and Alan, this is the second consecutive year of month-to-month declines in violent crime in Chicago. The superintendent calls it historic. The reduction in violent crime numbers here is echoed in some other big cities, and criminologists offer up an abundance of reasons as to why. But to those who've experienced violent crime, the reasons aren't important compared to their own realities. In late November, at the corner of 71st and Tallman, Marcus Miller was shot to death. He was 18, a freshman at Northern Illinois, and apparent victim of random violence. His family is devastated. Marcus Miller was one of 435 homicides in Chicago in the year just ended. The narratives are many and varied, and each is tragic. But the number, 435, is the lowest homicide total in Chicago since 1965. The reasons for that also appear to be many and varied. There have been enormous advances in emergency medicine. Policing techniques and communication have changed markedly. Crime patterns, fed into the computer, now produce predictive analytics, giving detectives a profile of where violent crime is more likely to occur and where you then focus the troops and the intelligence.
We took what used to be a 7-day intelligence cycle where we would adjust deployments and compress that to 24 hours. So every day we're looking at what happened the night before, and we're trying to put our resources where they can best be deployed, targeting who they need to target. And I think that probably had the greatest impact on reducing crime overall.
Socioeconomic factors are also part of the crime equation, but what appears significant beyond a lower homicide rate is that other violent crime categories also declined in 2010. Criminal sexual assault is down 9%, robbery is down, and significantly so too is aggravated assault and aggravated battery.
These statistics are a reflection of the thousands of men and women of the department and the millions of residents across this city that we serve, all working together.
While the numbers in the big picture are encouraging, they don't translate into every neighborhood, and they don't mean much to those who've lost loved ones to violent crime, like Marcus Miller's parents, Clarice and Wesley, who are hoping for a break in the investigation of their son's murder. In Chicago, the clearance rate in murder investigations runs a little over 50%, meaning that half the cases fall short of arrest and conviction. And in many of those cases, police say that help from the community would be immeasurable. Thus, the emphasis, as it always is, on the code of silence where it exists, and cracking away at that ever so slightly, according to what the superintendent